No, I'd never seen it before, and there was a bit of a controversy. I don't remember exactly what had happened, but I think that normally it's customary for the outgoing vice president to show the incoming vice president's family the house. And we have 3 little kids, so I guess at the time our kids were like 7, 5, and 2. I guess they had never seen this house, and Usha really wanted to show them. So what we actually proposed is, recognizing the weirdness of the politics, can Usha take the kids over and just show them where they're going to be living for the next 4 years? And they were rebuffed. So we took some like old diagrams and some old photos and tried to show the kids. Actually, a friend of ours in Cincinnati had a book about the vice president's residence, and so we would show the kids what it would look like, but that's as close as they ever got to it. But it's a really beautiful house. So President Trump always jokes with me that I actually have the nicest house because the White House is a bit of a fishbowl, as you know very well. The VPR is this beautiful sort of 150-year-old mansion, but it's got 30 acres of private property, private space. So it actually feels like a real family home for us, which is really nice.
Just on the tariff income, I'd been saying $300 billion, but I think we're going to have to substantially revise that up. So well in excess, 1% of GDP. And then with the new investments, they're the sovereign investments that we talked about. But then in terms of the committed investment by private industry, we're well over 10 trillion.
When you look at the key categories that we always look at, energy, food, and shelter, energy fell by 1.1%. That was largely driven because of gas prices falling in the month of July by 2.2%. Look at that food. I mean, this is where people spend their money, right? Food every single day. Food flat, 0%, and actually down at the grocery store by 0.1%. And then shelter, we always usually see an increase because that is what people are paying on rent, and we know that rents are rising.
In January, when this president showed up to the White House, the 6-month annualized core inflation rate was 3.7%. Today, 6 months later, the 6-month annualized core inflation rate is 2.4%. So we are trending in the right direction. Moving forward, since President Trump took office, for another 6 months, inflation will be tracking at 1.9%. At this trajectory, you look at grocery prices, they fell, energy prices fell, fuel oil fell, ship fares fell, propane fell, butter, margarine, eggs, non-prescription drugs. You go through the list of items that are falling. And then I would also point to that report this morning showing that small business optimism has reached a 5-month high. So look, we inherited an economic mess from the previous administration, but this administration is focused on fixing it every day. And part of that is signing the largest tax cuts into law to put more money back into the pockets of these small business owners.
Energy prices actually down, and that looks like that's what brought the headline number down less than expected. Energy prices down 1.1%, gasoline prices down 2.2%. New vehicle sales were flat for the month. So again, this coming in lighter than expected on the headline number.